Hi babes, welcome back to my channel. I am HD Signatures. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys how to make your makeup last really long. Like this makeup product is going to keep your makeup. It's going to make your makeup waterproofed, sweat-proofed, melt-proof, water resistant, and all the proofs out there in this summer season. So if this sounds like what you are interested in, keep on watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Mwah. Bye guys. First, I cleanse my face with micellar water to ensure a clean base. This step is very, very important. Then I applied the Roshan. I don't know, guys. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrongly. Applied that it's in vitamin C and hyaluronic serum for added hydration. And after that, I use a sunscreen with SPF 60, and this sunscreen has a moisturizing finishing. That's why I am going to be skipping my moisturizer. The plus plus symbol means it provides high UVA protection, so it is essential for you to use SPF that is 30 and above, most especially in this summer season, just to protect your skin against the UVA and the UV rays. So guys, on to the next step. For someone that have extremely oily skin, you want to use an oil blocking primer. Then I proceeded to correcting my spots. The goal is not to cover them completely, but to cancel out any grayish tones that the spot might leave under my foundation if I had not corrected it. So I use a creamy concealer on top of the color corrector. Then I went ahead to mix the makeup seal into, some of you call it mixing medium, into the foundation. And I'm using a damp beauty sponge to apply it. And also I'm going to mix it into my concealer, and I'll mix that thoroughly. Then I'm using my beauty sponge, the damp beauty sponge, to apply the concealer to the highest point of my face. These techniques help to prevent the under eye area from looking cakey by picking up the concealer with the beauty sponge. Next, I use a liquid bronzer to add warmth, and I am going to be applying a creamy blush. I am not really much of a blush. I am not really a blush person, but I just like a bit of color that I add. I like my face to be a lot bronze than using blush, but I just like to put a little. Then I'll go ahead to blend out my under eye. Then I'll go ahead and blend out my under eyes really well. This step is very, very important so that you don't add creasing lines. You don't set the creasing line in place. Then to set my under eyes and the rest of my face, I'm going to be using a translucent setting powder. So if you have a dry skin, use a damp beauty sponge to apply your powder to set your creamy product in place. But if you have oily skin, use a dry brush to keep the under eyes area from getting oily. And I feel like using a brush to set your under eyes just make it a lot more light. Like it doesn't give too much it doesn't add so much texture to the skin. So I'm going ahead to set my brows too. So I am going to be doing my brows. For my brows, I have like a perfect tutorial on how to fill in your brows. If you have a fuller brows, I'm going to be leaving it on the screen. Then for my lips, I applied a long-lasting lipstick that leaves a tint, so it won't come off easily if you eat. Like whatever you do is not going to come off, and which is going to be perfect in the summer season. Then from my flash palette, I picked the gold color and the silver color. I applied that in my brow bone and my cheekbone. So I like to mix silver and gold for my skin because I feel like it looks nice on me. I feel like gold blends into my skin, but the silver makes it a lot pop. And I also noticed that I have warm tone, but I feel like I lean towards neutral undertone. So I just like to mix both gold and cool tone, like gold and silver on my skin, and it looks really nice. I'm just showing you guys how both sides of my face looks after blending both the gold and the other colors together. So now to set everything in place, I sprayed my face with a sealing spray. The technique I used there was I got it from Wayne Gust, like how to set your face, giving it the X stroke and all of that. So to set my face in place, in case you don't like the glowy finish it is giving, just take a fluffy brush, dip it in a translucent powder, the cover. More like you're not going into you're not dipping the brush into the huge powder, you're just putting it in the cover. Then use that to set your face in place if you don't like the glowy finishing it gives. And guys, this is what my face is looking like. It looks so beautiful, guys. If you like the lip and you like the eye look, let me know in the comment section, and I'll definitely upload a tutorial for that. So guys, to test the longevity of this makeup, to test if this makeup is actually, water resistant, is waterproofed, melt proof, and not the proofs, like I said, guys. So I poured a full cup of water on my face. I let it set, and then I used a tissue to test that if the foundation, would transfer. And I'm super excited that it did not transfer. So what I am saying here basically is I was talking about the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow did crack a bit. And the reason why it cracked a bit is because of the eyeshadow primer I applied before it. And I didn't use a typical eyeshadow. I used a powder to achieve this look. So, I mean, it makes sense to me that, matte eyeshadow will naturally mix with water and even powder. So I would advise you to use a creamy eyeshadow if you're going to be going swimming or you're going to the beach, so that it doesn't mix with water. So I did a tissue test to see if the skin transferred, but it didn't transfer. This makeup is actually for the foundation and the concealer. My skin base is actually what this tutorial is all about, not the eyeshadow. But I'm just giving it this tip that if you're going to be, wearing eyeshadow in the summer season, I would advise you use a creamy eyeshadow. Creamy product naturally do not mix with water. So use a creamy eyeshadow in case you're going to the beach or you're going to be swimming, as powder eyeshadow tends to mix with water and it can smudge. So guys, I am just talking about, my observation, because my camera started acting funny, so I had to voice it. So what I'm saying basically, I'm still emphasizing on the eyeshadow, because I use a powder to achieve my eye look. If you're going swimming, you're going to the beach, you know that you're going to be submerging yourself in water, then you want to use a creamy eyeshadow. But if you're not going to be doing all of that, you can use a matte eyeshadow. That is what I'm talking about. Do you understand? And I'm super excited that this really look nice. And that is it, guys. I hope you found these tips helpful for making your makeup last long in this summer season. Don't forget to like, comment for more, and subscribe for more tutorials like this. Bye, guys.